biblical. To whom much is given, much is to be expected. You got over 500 billion additional money. The Bank of Ghana, 50 plus billion added to it. Growth in revenue. You inherited ESLA, which is generating billions of Ghana cedis to you. So they have no reason to fail, and they have no reason to have plunged this country into the crisis that we are. They keep campaigning on doom so. You know that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia himself had announced that Dumso had been brought to an end. This was not the first time. You remember my days of Edumdumadum Dumbejai. We had this 10-year cycle of it. But at least in terms of generation, with all the money the New Patriotic Party government has made, how much have they added to Ghana's generational capacity in terms of strengthening our energy sector? You are talking about Gridco and others. That's about distribution. You know the scandal associated with PDS and ECG. Today, as we speak today, ECG owes Ghana Gas. They are not paying. And you know, I'm minded to share a Dagomba proverb with you. It is upon the death of the tooth that you see its true size. They inherited a country where provision had adequately been made to address our generational needs. Theirs was just to improve distribution. How come that they are celebrating that they have taken Ameri to Kumasi? Were they not the same people who condemned the Ameri intervention of President John Dramani Mahama? Now look at rural electrification. I hear them saying that the NDC has no social intervention policy. Rural electrification is a social intervention policy, and it has contributed immensely to the social and economic development of our country. Now, take even decentralization. I heard a professor critique President Mahama that the NDC should not take credit for decentralization. Go to Article 252 of the Constitution. Before PNDC Law 207, the NDC bequeathed to Ghana a respected decentralized regime which has facilitated rapid economic development, particularly in metropolitan district assemblies across the country. Many countries across the world have come to learn Ghana's experience of decentralization. It's one of the best. You see, the way the District Assembly Common Fund is best. It affects growth and development in every part. And you have kidney failures and kidney disease persons who cannot access quality medical care, both at Kolebu and Konfanachi Teaching and Tamale Wa Bolga Hospital. President Mahama and the NDC have promised to develop some dialysis centers in regions that doesn't have it and invest more in it in order to be able to save life. He also further elucidated on many persons who are suffering from this major illness will benefit from the Mahama Care, which will be a national medical trust fund. If you had 100 billion Ghana cedis, what road can't you construct in Ghana? So if you went and overborrowed, you have introduced new nomenclature into Ghana of haircut, domestic debt, debt forgiveness, and committee. No, they have no reason, given the quantum of resources that President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia have been privileged to receive and preside over the Republic. Both the World Bank and the IMF expended on Ghana, responding to the global pandemic, not less than $3 billion additional resources. So it is not as if when you plunge the country into crisis, there were no safeguards. There were safeguards provided by the donor community and in particular by the World Bank and IMF. So they have no reason to have failed this country. You go onto the street and ask ordinary people, they are feeling the pinch of their misrule, their misgovernance.
We were given as a party has been bloated by 3017 when compared with the EC's total transfers per their own daily printout. This is very shocking. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, another shocking revelation detected during our audit was that a huge number of 3868 voters, that number was transferred out of the constituency, while the total figure of the absent list collected from the UC's personnel from the field by our election committee was 3,039. 3039, a difference of 829 voters, that is 829, were not on their exhibited register but can be found on the EC's register given to the NDC. This is worrying, very disappointing on the part of the Commission and their collaborators. In fact, if this is an error, then we wish to say without equivocation that it is a deliberate error and very intentional. Our brothers and sisters from the media, after detecting these suspicious figures and discrepancies, the executives of the NDC in the AEE, that is Ejuma Kwenye Esiam constituency, met with the district director of the Electoral Commission to ascertain the reasons for this mess. And it will interest you to know that the EC boss in the Ejuma Kwenye Esiam district, after agreeing with our figures, only promised to report the anomaly to their national headquarters, since she claims she does not know how that bloated figure came about. We in the NDC here in Ejumako Enya Esiam do not take this weak response lightly. We are by this press conference calling on the EC boss, Mrs. Jen Mensah, to immediately delete all the 3,017 voters, 3017 unlawfully transferred voters into the Ejumako Enya Esiam constituency. We are again demanding an urgent explanation as to how the EC gave us copies of the register exhibited a completely different one during their just ended exhibition exercise. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our firm belief that the EC created this mess in our voter roll only as an attempt to have the ruling party rig the upcoming elections. But we are by this release sounding a strong warning, a very, very strong warning to the Jamaican-led EC and their collaborators that we will resist every attempt by any means possible to prevent them from achieving their ringing agenda.
The Electoral Commission opened the register for people to go and look at, inspect their names. I'm sorry to say there's a lot wrong with that register. The EC has to set up so that we don't have any confusion on election day. The EC is an important institution in us having peaceful elections in this country. So if the EC commissioners are listening to me, you better wake up. You're not doing your job properly. A lot of people cannot find their names. Other people's names have been transferred without their knowledge. People have registered for proxy without using their biometric cards. People who have done multiple registration, their names are still on the register. We established the Ghana Medical Care Trust, into brackets, somebody calls it Mahama Cares, to support persons with chronic diseases such as kidney failure, cancer, sickle cell, diabetes, hypertension, and other health-related diseases. We'll also introduce the community pharmacy concept, and that will encourage people to go to your local pharmacy and go have your blood pressure taken and your sugar checked, so that if you have diabetes or high blood pressure, we're able to know early so that you can get treatment and be able to survive. We'll implement free primary health care services. So if you go to a CHIPS compound or a health center, whether you have a national health insurance card or not, you will be treated for free. And so from the health center level down, polyclinic, health center, CHIPS compound, if you go, you'll be treated for free. From the district referral hospital upwards, you use your Ghana your national health insurance card and you receive treatment. We will expand health infrastructure to restore the automatic employment and timely deployment of health workers. And so we're not going to wait till elections are coming and announce that we've opened the recruitment portal. The recruitment portal will be open and will do continuous employment of health workers, doctors, and nurses. We need a first-class children's hospital in Ghana. The existing children's hospital has outlived its usefulness. And so we're going to construct a state-of-the-art 500-bed specialist children's hospital in Accra. And so children who have sicknesses that cannot be handled in other parts of the country will come to Accra. There will be specialist pediatricians there to give them the care they deserve. We'll also construct a fertility center. There are a lot of mothers who cannot have children just because there's something wrong with the reproductive system. It can be corrected and they can have babies and enjoy the joy of motherhood. But currently, the prices that the private fertility hospitals charge are out of the range of most mothers. And so government will step in. We'll build a fertility center where mothers who want children can come for consultation and they will be given the treatment so that they also can enjoy the joy of motherhood. I'll go quickly. We'll expand the facilities at the whole teaching hospital in order that it can provide specialist services and also be a quaternary hospital to serve the University of Health and Allied Sciences. In the whole of the OT corridor up to the northeastern part of the country, there's no trauma hospital. And so we'll build a trauma hospital there so that persons who are involved in accidents on the Eastern Corridor Road will have a place where they can be treated properly before they are transferred. We will establish modern dialysis centers in hospitals in regions that don't have them. Currently, most of Upper West, my own hometown, Bole, and other places, if you have a kidney ailment, the only place you can go for treatment is in Kumasi. And you have to go with your wife, your family, you have to find a place to stay. It is a burden. And so we want to make sure that every region has a modern dialysis center so that we can ease the burden on persons with kidney ailments. We will build modern hospitals in Boko, Yendi, and other underserved areas. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 24-hour. This is the 24-hour economic clock. One job, 3 shifts, 3 people. 1, 3, 3. One job, 3 shifts, 3 people. Mugabe Maase. Extraordinary problems require extraordinary solutions for extraordinary results. And so businesses and public organizations will be encouraged to operate 24/7 in 3 shifts of 8 hours each. This will boost production, it will increase employment and provide well-paying jobs. It will transform Ghana into an import substitution and export-led country. It will increase employment opportunities and revenue, and it will enhance access to public services. We will focus on some selected public institutions that have huge customer traffic. For instance, The ports and harbors should be open 24/7. That means we have to employ more workers at the port. We have to employ more customs officers, more Gapoha workers, more forklift operators and all that. We need customs. Customs should work 24/7, 3 shifts, so that at any time your items come, customs at any time of the day is open for business. You can go and process your import things, papers, and take your things out of the port. We must have a passport office that is operating longer than 8 hours, so that people who need passports and other such documentation can have access to it. We must have a DVLA that is working more shifts than 1 shift, so that more people can get their licenses processed in a shorter time than the current waiting time. In the private sector, the sectors that we are looking to promote and encourage to run 24/7 and 3 shifts are first the agro-processing sector. That is those who will process our cassava into cassava starch, cassava flour, gari and all that. There's a huge market in Africa for all these products and in other parts of the world. Manufacturing, that is industry. Manufacturing, that is industry. And so the textiles industry, the fruits juice making industry, all the industries, the iron and steel industry will be encouraged to run 24/7. The pharmaceutical sector, we want Ghana to be the pharmaceutical hub of the whole of Africa, so that we'll produce medicines here and export them to all other African countries. Construction sites, we want our construction companies to work 24/7 all year, all hours round, so that they can deliver our infrastructure faster than they currently do. Financial services, the same. Sanitation and garbage collection. It is better to collect garbage boiler in the night rather than collect the boiler and be competing with cars in the daytime when we have rush hour traffic. Extractive industries, the mines, mining bauxite, mining gold, mining manganese, lithium, they must work 24/7, 3 shifts every day. Hospitality industry, our restaurants, our discotheques, our nightclubs, our hotels, 24/7, 24 hours a day. Retail centers, all the malls, there's no reason why you should start. People can come in the night time and buy items, so they should work longer than 8 hours. Transportation services, there should be buses running 24 hours, so that people who have to go to their jobs can be able to get a bus to go to their jobs. Security services, we need safety and security to be able to implement the 24-hour economy. And so we need more police officers, we need more soldiers, we need more prison officers, more fire service officers, more customs, more immigration.
All right, memo akwaba edeba inside politics dwumadie so ewo power 97.9 NATV XYZ nonai abapa ho sema eduonu mienu na dwumadie ye de ba wakwan mu efisa ba ekosise na osia bebo na osia bo a ye de kasebo ebebremo ye live ewo Facebook power 979 TV XYZ Power 979 TV XYZ me pacho chiche link ni ma foforo nsanka bi na yanko yenim ye wo stations awodo a womo eni edika subomu a womo so efa dwumadie bi eti ba bia mo bi a motemenka mechiachia mo emamwa aba yaye ofa edinkan ewo radio eti sesi ya de a mote yenke ye radio eni TV ena chese ye de abom intekabom na sisu se na de ta na te say ye koye ni musa hwe ebra ye wo mu ise de ni bra ba kromu nyasem keto say wo bia ye adwumade se be ya oman na akodi ni pabonefo nsem no ye be de afiri wo mu ensem ama Ghana safa na ntuma pa afira bio eno ti na my pani papa bia ni ti abo bill no wo enisuade hunu John Domini Mama wakasa ose ye reset Ghana yesa hwehwe Ghana bio yesa esi Ghana bio ama na gina ne na so emabuna eni adwuma ye benya adwuma ye 24-hour economy policy eno na ye de eba na mobrofo nso eho beto wo mo sasa hwehwe bia ye de egu akwan mu ne ye de ebeboa ma obi a eho ahan no ewo omayi mu ebra ye wo mu de nipa bonefo ne amambofo nko a ena tese wo mo te wo mayi so sanso na Bible eka se nipa bonefo momotofo timodefo wo mo do omane so omane si apene enti ebi na ye hu nanso nyame ya doma December bosome de to so ensom ensakraye beba ama yedu bohya sase ne so Ghana ebe ye adwuma bio Ghana ebe gira ne naso bio. On this note memo wakwa abason kokra e de ba dwumadie so mo hema ba akopɛ beposo ma kwa ma nyina gudie e na magimedwa sa ba me ne modi ahia me shampabo akase yi e de ama atankuri gabiga Mugabe Maase Mugabe bia wo bia ajiwtu on se empabo anu so de ma hye de yi so ai eti sa wotin China wo hwa wo ye dan ya me ana meteso me ana michi me ana meko me ana mi di na tese ye kosa ene ensama wodo e wo kromu a ye ka ho ase papa honyo bi nso koso masum ho ye be hwe voter ye electoral commission womo edumadi e koso voter exhibition exercise emu ensam ahodo ya apiepie na afenso enipa bi entimi ankɔhwɛ omudi obi nso ho obekɔhwɛ na ne di afiri mu the way forward sen asoye hwɛ sikasam ene ne ntoto yeso nso eka ese ebre ya ye wo mu ide na ese wo mu ehia esika twitwi die 500 million Ghana cedis ye fi contingency fund emu sika wo hwan kaputuprumu bibi ba ye befa so na atese ya de kakra e de akrakra ye ho no wo mu je se wo mu ekodi o seden wo se epeyi asi nsuo nto akuadwuma atape wo mu de kohwem emu nsem epiepie ye beka ho asem nsan se mantam abodo beye enwotwe na aye affected aheti wo mo pan enye asem ketwa ye bedi no mu enkomo Bagre Dam spillage ene matters arising eho ensem ye beka nti sabre ya ban se wo hia se sika no na wo de akwakọ kun etia drought ya esi na wabisa se ensem awodo bi nso ewo ho efa apomude ensem eti eno no emudi ahi na ehia ye kone sei ni ye be wa bedi sa enkomo no Kevin Asante King Nicholas Yosen womo ebo mechidom ewo dwumadie emu danso na Elizabeth Tego wasiesie mi ama me ho ayefe pa lezeji wutu eti me da me ho aba na yaba bedi nkomo. timesai mo akwa babio e de ba inside politics dwumadie esom na we dia na che say ye kɔ ne gidigidi ebre ni ho NDC amayekuo no onse na Central Electoral Commission womo bie womo enhoma mo to ho say amanfo emra emehwe omudin se wudi ebo mu bia bebre ko ye issues ahodo eyi ne ti obesi me hu medin wom wobi nso n'adwuma semunti wenya kwanya no anko adi nso hadripo eti NDC afasa kwan no so say womo etre krata akoma Electoral Commission ese twitwi bebre ayi ne ti ewo abato enhumanimu eti womo hwa say womo bepe ne nedu agubre na enka womo bepe say Electoral Commission en womo ebehia na womo edisa ensemu egu enseniani na womo akabi ahwe na womo asolve sa problem no Electoral Commission so akye womo say September bosime de tusunsia September 6 ewo afimu wono womo hia na womo adwendwen sa ensem ne ho na ansa na no womo kire say mepacha wo a wo hwe ewo TV ene Facebook Power 979 TV XYZ no yede atu screen so NDC a generate code bia wo betumi afaso na wa check se wudin ewo abato homamu ana se ehifa kra ene yede wudin no akohye wo beto aba ewo him eti star 928 star 124 hash star 928 star 124 hash na to say wo bo number na mene wo ka say ya mekra mabobi ai it is star 928 star 124 hash wo ba na to say wo bi saw say wo voters ID no number no e say wunya de hyeso a ana say wo dial de hyeso pa na to say de wo kwa no wudin beba bia wo to aba bibia sa details ni nyina beba de amount eti exhibition exercise course no me patcho say when to me anko check wudin a fasa akwanya iso ebi kra me no ka say wudwumadie bi ehye won sa na say why you busy a wo ye adwuma bi wo betumi a screenshot atoho eche na watu sa na mo na bo star 2 star 928 star 124 hash and say obetumi nso akọ www.eyesontheballot.com www.eyesontheballot.com ni nyina ebom wo bone sa na che say ye koyenim na wonso watumi ehu ba bia wudin ewo nyame ya dom a December bosome det so ensom watumi a exercise wo franchise enti ehu hia pa ye ne sa emame we ya 50 pesos per na ebete wo we no ekonanim ese ya no de na Electoral Commission de na omudi candidate adwan an eti we 50 pesos ma no ntwetwe wo enkwachire abra wo betumi aye na sisi ya na wo hu sede ekọ no wakoma atọ yem ai na ye movie akọ ensefofro so say so for hwesika sam entoto yeso Dr. Muhammad Amin Adam and Santrofo Nshemu bi ekọ so enre ya ana na wode etu edwa wo se de ya na ye pese ye hu se wo man no ye sika sam efa ne fa nyina ejina sei no eti obrifi ensemtrofo asem ba ko e ba beto mu eye na sei epa esi na nka ye hwe ne mu kwan kwa sei enso betumi ato wo hwe oman no mantama ahodo ba bia ye gye ye nuane efri eho eye tese ye food bank enuane efri ho ba ye ni eda so eti ensuo tosa na aboa ma omo no bai no etumi abo na ye de aba emonte so dwaman so ama tese omanfo nyina nya aduane adie no ensuo na abo abro ye nya ne sa eti na wo ka se sesia ya di aban sem akoye putupuru mu ade what asem o ka te akoye putupuru mu ade na ne refi say mo de planting for food and jobs ebaye eno sika mo de ehye beye 3 billion Ghana cedis no enkonta na no ye amoba bebu kire yen wo media budget review no emu planting for food and jobs and to me and save yen still yɛahwɛ yi a ɛkɔm a ɛbɛte asi Ghana no ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa nti wɔse wɔman no yɛfotoɔ yɛ ɛda hɔ a bibi ba putupuru mu ebi ade ne betumi de atome nkyɛm aba yɛ sɛ yɛtumi bɔwuram na yɛyi sika efiri mu contingency fund no wɔse wɔn ehia sika 500 million Ghana cedis ɛde efiri mu na wɔn de asɔ saa drought no ano Amen Adam yɛntie no.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me now touch on the drought conditions or dry weather conditions in selected regions of Ghana and the impact on food production and food security. And luckily, I'm starting this noting that the Minister for Food and Agriculture is here. On Monday, 26 August 2024, government, through a press engagement with the Minister responsible for Agriculture, but also joined by the Minister for Defense and facilitated by the Minister for Information, updated the country on the recent occurrence of dry weather conditions in the 8 regions of our country. 5 regions in the north, northern, upper east, northeast, savannah, and upper west, and 3 regions in the transitional zone of Ghana, namely Bono, Bono East, and Oti. We are mindful of the negative impact of the dry spell on agricultural production, food security, jobs, income, and investment of farmers, but also on macroeconomic fundamentals such as GDP and food inflation, among others. As has been announced already, the potential impact of the dry spells on the livelihoods of our people is going to be great. And this is why we consider this situation an emergency situation that requires the quick response of government. Government has put in place some emergency measures as a result of this to mitigate the impact of the spells on livelihoods and on the economy in general, and to prevent food shortage in the country. We are working hard to ensure that this near drought condition does not disrupt the country's IMF supported program. Government is implementing the following interventions to avert the crisis and mitigate the impact of the crisis on the people and on the economy. A temporary ban on exports of selected grains, including maize, rice, and soybean. Mopping up stocks from local farmers to ensure that farmers do not suffer adversely from this ban. Importation of grains, including maize and rice, and poultry feed to stock up. Drought relief support, where cash transfers will be provided to the affected vulnerable farmers to partially compensate their losses. And input support, where affected farmers in the north and in the south will be provided with inputs to enable them replant when the rain starts and to boost production during the minor season in the southern part of our country. These inputs include fertilizer, urea, maize, seeds, and rice seeds. These inputs include fertilizer, urea, maize seeds, and rice seeds. You can understand that is the finance minister who is making these statements, not the minister for agriculture. The total cost of these proposed interventions, ladies and gentlemen, is estimated at 8.3 billion Ghana cedis, equivalent to $522.2 million. We envisage that this will be funded from GOG resources, complemented by funding and technical support from our development partners. As I speak to you, we are at the Finance Committee of Parliament to get approval to access a part of the contingency fund.
eti efo ne ahwefo ye bɔ ne tofa ye hia sika de atɔ enuama ahodo a eboa ema enobai eba kurum ai ye de beboa kuadwuma eti fertilizer mo ene eburo aba ene emo aba ne de eka wonyina ena wose ye keka bomu a ebeye $522 million ene ye chire so for sikasan ntete yeso Dr. Amin Adam ena yete nenka na ye nyina nimu se se yese ye hia sika e de ahye kuadwuma mu se beye a ensuo na anto ene emunsu sanso e de aba e wakuafo edumadie eso no yetumi ehwinhwan so ana se abre na sede a se enu tira bai ka se or the planting for food and jobs and hwehweye eba yehwe sika ban I invest e wasata ye ho a enye ye ne ye kan wokọ Ghana Statistical Service womo atena ye ana se empo no aban ne budget mu pense mo ode braye e wo afi mu wo hwe amane board ba ya wabubu ni nyina mu akyere yen hia se ye de tumu se sa enhyehyɛ planting for food and jobs no aye very effective say 2018 was so the 400 million ena ehye planting for food and jobs no sanso na 2019 380 million 2020 yet 400 million ena ehye 2021 438 million ena yede ehye sa enhyehyɛ mu na kyese wo kyerɛ se opese kuadwuma nyina na naso yenya nuane eni eno no 2022 wo de yenhwɛ na anu yi ade no 2022 640 million Ghana cedis yede share planting for food and jobs semu 2023 660 million Ghana cedis eti yaka we nyina ebo mu anatase ye ne namba ye yakọ 3 billion Ghana cedis 2.893 billion Ghana cedis eno ne sika ye de ahye sanhyehyɛ mu enso enei aban ne ka kyerɛ ye sɛ ya hwɛ yi a enuane ho kombeba se kuadwuma aba fom atape enuane eni ho eti ohia sika bio se ode ba hye kuadwuma mu se ba ya kuafo betumi adono bai ede bi aba krom na yenya aduane adi so for hwe enuane ho nsem som Dr. Boy na tampon wono so etre mu ne enti a sa $522 million ayehia ede ama akuafo ahye womo edumedie emu no esa se yetumi de ma womo
the fertilizer that you need okay, which is about about 2,100 and then you multiply by the number of acres. Okay, we estimated about $268 million that is required to buy inputs. If you put that together, $268 million is more than 3 billion. So the actual amount required is way more than 8 billion. And the reason is this: we cannot fully compensate the farmers for all their investment loss.
Enti de bia ye be justify ni enti ese ye yisika ye yi oman ni sika na ye de ekodi dwuma bi san se obi ebenya kakra dinti aban wen san se womo enche mu kra na womo kyese mantemu beye enwotwe eti bono east oti etifi mantemu na kyese northern region northeast region savannah and upper east upper west regions womo enyina na kyese aye affected was ekwan ne so eno na ye bisa say sika mu hia over $500 million edi sa adwuma no of course much rain emiaye ahodo a sa ohaw yi drought ye asi affect o manase ahiti o most ewo ho na emomo akuafo ben sa akuafo no omo ye hefo na nafuo na wodo no asase no eye ekesen na sika no mo che ne sen hwan ne benya bie anase eye saa mo nhyehyɛ na de bia mo ye ekwan bi yencheni create loot and share eye enu bi na mo ye ana enu ti na chenchira chen a yehia saa sikan sansa wo hwɛ bagredam spirit say ye bie bagredam no ensu eba ye amanfo enfudie niema hodoɔ ya asɛsɛi ɛwɔ saa empotam ho a aban ɛda na mo na watu ɛwɔ ho enumanimu yi asɛbɛ ya amanfo a wɔn yɛ affected no yebetumi aboɔ mo ɛwɔ saa kwan na ɛso na aboɔ ma kyesɛ wɔn yɛ kua wɔn yɛ enyuma hodoɔ a ɛboa ɛma yɛ ho ɛhan yɛn ɛwɔ ɔman no emu no yebetumi asosɔ yasene na emumu no sɛsi ade ɛkɔm yaba eti yehia over $500 million na ya tete ɛde ama yɛn nkorɔfoɔ ɛsɛ wɔn ɛmfa ɛnyɛ kua asɛm wɔ emu awurem paa na yɛde yasɛm a yɛgu so ebisa ne sɛ akuafoɔ na mo kyɛ sika ma wɔn no wɔn ɛyɛ hefoɔ wɔn dodoɔ yɛ sɛn na ɛno no ebɛkɔ wie sɛn ɛno ne asɛmbisa yɛbisa sabrin ɛsansa yɛka ne saa no na ne nyinaa kɔba ebesi yapomuden ɛho nsɛm emu wudu konfa no kya ban ya resabia senya enti yenya efiri hɔ yenuanom asɛbe kidney yade adokro wɔn ama akɔwie sɛn gese wɔn yɛ dialysis yɛde mfidie sɔne wɔn mogya so ansana wɔn atumi atena ase no numbers no kwa na ɛkɔsoro ɛwɔ hɔ nanso akadeɛ ɛne enyoma wɔn hia de bedi sɛ adwuma ya resabia hɔ no wɔn ɛlake na manebokra yɛtie ɛne sɛ wɔn anka wɔn kɔ kɔgye ayarhwɛ bosumi bianka na wɔn bɛyɛ aduowɔtwe 80 number no kwada ekoso increase ana sɛ ekɔ nanim a apagya akoduru 300 enso wɔn machines wɔn didi dwuma nso esa ɛwɔ hɔ tebe bi ase na patients no wɔn ani atutu aka wɔn nsɛm doctor ɔkyerɛ adai mensa wɔn ɛyɛ pani ya wɔsrɛ aban yie paa ɛne soafo hwɛ apomuden ho nsɛm so sɛ na dama wɔn ɛbɛba wɔn ababɛyɛ wɔn mmoa sanse tebea na no ayɛ den wɔ hɔ wɔn anya machines nso anya adwuma no ɛne consumables na yenuanom yi wua na wɔn ewuwuo eti asɛmbisa ne sɛ yɛnyɛ die hia ansa ne ayɛ de fata na preko pa kwadwuma ne de no ɛba ayɛ de no kra no moa na sɛ moatra baabi akeka figures abom ne niema mosimu koyi sika ɛwɔ contingency fund mu ɛde a di sɛ adwuma no na yenuanom apomuden ho nsɛm nso de ɛno no enhia sɛ ne yɛwɔ foto bi saa ɛda hɔ a yɛbɛyi bidi aso mo asrana Dr. Otrese omo hia moa.
The need for more dialysis machines has become dire, and it is so because of a very good policy that has been rolled out by the government. People in the age bracket enjoying free sessions and so on. So a number of dialysis sessions that we have traditionally been doing is 80 per month. As we speak, it's increased to 300 dialysis sessions per month. And what it means is that there's an obvious toll on the very few dialysis machines we have. I've been in talks with the Minister of Health, Dr. Okuboy, and he has indicated that he's trying his very best to retool Konfanoche, and I want to believe that these dialysis machines will be a part of the retooling process.
Okuboy de okasa oboa o onim wa bia de bema ma ono na ni bra bre heye campaign la jokuku so ye den ye de na ti beka fom honorable benayiku e de na ti beka fom ti Okuboy ka chem se mo hwa so no mo anhwa fom timbadua bi a ebe wo moni na nya asem ketwa so hu eti doctor Otrade mensa no ye te ne nkai a wono ne pani a woda Konfanoche ba ya sabia no a wosre ese esesi atebia no ano ayede na anu ya kolebu se yenya nenti ye wo ho motisi ye ba beka ho asem kire mo ese omo se kidney ana se renal patient no emwa ayede be mo mo no etese ya chechire wo mo ayasabia mo mpenefo no ensa san se consumables bibia ni ho aka wo pot ho ye ka ho asem kae ansa na ye tumi akla every port wa afede ye say wo momra meje ayarhwe ewo ho na wo moto mu na wotwe miensa kora nipa miensa wuye won eti ye ti wo man bi mu a ye mpenefo no ya pomuden wo nsem hia wom ye nkwa ho asem ehia wom na emom ekoba de ye sika ye betecha ma obi anya ne de ahwe na taaso de sika nso mode kora ye hu de mode ye mua munie won mua mode sika dide bia mo se mua etase ye ntonyom mfrem no ye kora eja ye ne na opposition na de ye ne mu gya wa ye hu difference no mua munie won enya de papa bi amode ye mode bi dware wo wiem na ye de bi eswa yakonwa ewo ka mu ba bia ye beko bia akonwa ne sim na ye de eswa akonwa ye ne se wa bro ne mu de gi wo mani ye nkantema ye ma girlfriends ne ye ma boyfriends nyina na ye ma omu bi ai se ye ni mu kra na no jankroma mo omo emprafo ya ma omo contract won mu diska na ye hu de mu de ye na manfo to wo mu bre ayarefo bre mu hu omo mobo ne mu be tedi enko ne hia mo na Kolebo Abaya Resabium, Ghana, there are problems under this government there. So pow. Dialysis has someone cotton chain. Ebano elevator near can left, Annie. What do baby abansho? A quaya obefa so afrako, who hear machine be a ube jiramuna, a pejawa cosono, Kolebu omo elevator near Juma. A desk screen is to Monshe. I know you. Elevator. Chese anese for a doctor for yare for ya woman ba womo ekoye surgery womo ebe fro akọ na eja ya sho mo bi okra ya ye ne operation awie ekọ obefa so asane aba fom eye problem esan say Kolebo Abaya Resabia mu elevator nya adwuma for 6 good months ye was so for shop mudin ho nsem so ewo oman mu ese no de na maka chemo so no na so hu ye yi chemo ewo ye TVXYZ power 979 so da so sa wo dru a wo ye say wo press nanka ebie na wagina mu ekọ bibia sa ni ho so afoi na mo so wo pempiedi etu wono emfa ne ho Kolebo elevator say ya wono de onye ne den ye wo pani a wono ne da ye Kolebo Abaya Resabia no wono so ene na mo ho konfanko a ye hu de wo ye wo saati bia hu 6 good months wo mo elevator asen enso ne Abaya ne gi hu sabre ya ye wo mu ene say ohia $522 million or de akoya de foforo na adanya enuane ni kurum ya goro ho ekombeba etasi ye de ekoko hye dom kuma wo mrahye be dom kra ka se ye benya aduane adidie ye nyina eye yasem hia na emom ebrei mu no ese pressing issues bia chese ewo ye memu no yetumi eso ano etu ase ansa na wo se wo kukuru sika twitwi die sei e de akodi sa adwuma na watumi e de akoye etu omo de omo se covid-19 kura sika hodo ye baage ye hu de aban de ye ho akontabuo prekesen eti until say aban no ebebu akonta papa chese sika ne de ne nsa be kapa so okasa ne nsa be kapa na chese ene ne boy bra aha ne nsa be kapa me ahwe nsa say finance committee ye wo mrahye bedwam wo mo ebedi hu dwuma na eche ya hwa say mrahye bedwa no enso akase yo ene aban wa ho ofenti je say sika ekona mo nkodi why na wo say eniema nyina enkoyie wo mamu nti obi edwane ena no me ne madamfo bi ekasa na wotwe ye mu minimum pass oye sojani o ese we dwane fie mamu kra kwama no ne dadada adaye a wo se ese de eniema ekono metena o mamu a manimu begu ase sanso na ba eye apomudi ata ye ho no wo mu dwane wo sectors ni nyina manfo edwane na emom eba na apomudi ata na ye eba no adekere eye nhumasi ata na ye eba no apom eye bible security side na adwumafo ni dwane papa na we say na no wo eye kotoka nwunhye gira bia ye nkohwa apomudi adwumafo bi no omo beye ensia ekonson ena womo abom ho ano womo ehijama yeda asem womo se an yeda nyame asese wayi ya free omayi nipa bonefo ne di yasumu omayi ahohiahia ewo mu emu adaya womo ko UK sa say womanya opportunity ne say womo enkwatoa so emobra ewo ho eno na obebisa ho say etu oman na ne dache etesei ni say yen emabunu mojamono Assemblies of God ye ne yenchia ye say mojamono ye dwuma ma awrade eti nka yen mojamono a ye beye dwumaden age ye man na si wono ye sempanefo na de ehwamo na brother Eric na nwumo no se akwakora mafia bia dada yen yo wo eti empanefo na womo edi yenim no womo eni enisuade hu bia ma ye womo interest a womo de ba ban mu ne se womo eba bewia ye yakọ eno ane ejapade documenti eti emaburu ne se womo tire oman mu a womo emobra eti womo bo omo daache ho ban health professionals so womo dimrika womo ekwa amano ne se womo ekoto abrabo so na sede no omani age ebra womo ne eye content creators bi ekasa ese womo da nyame asese wayi womo afri Ghana no na ya beho yen hwe bi
your fellow Ghanaians. Yes. Nice to see you, fellow Ghanaians. Where are you? How are you?
We are moving to London.
You're going to London? You're moving?
We are moving, yeah.
Hey!
Ghana.
Oh, how? You guys are moving to London, just like that. Why are you guys leaving?
On my name.
On my name? How?
That's £20.
What do you guys do?
We are nurses.
Oh! So, you know, when I went to Barbados, I saw like a lot of Ghanaian nurses working in Barbados.
Yeah.
So is this the same way? You guys are going to the UK just...
Yeah, I've not been posted for 4 years now.
So is this something that you guys did it yourself or it's the government? Wow!
We did it ourselves.
I think the government of the day need to do something. Oh, this is brain. Very soon.
I'm sure.
Eti won wapomode adwuefo no womanya opportunity na womo ko UK enyire simamu omani giage wo so wom ye mpanifo omamu womo aboyabro akwakora mafia na dada yen na Dr. Baumia so eta chire entronko na wadiedie wono kra de wa boss bibia we wo hoi wo so pe president di batamabune me wo asamode bi di mamo e wo musa bebia yedru wo manimu no enema atete apansam enso enidaso bi wo ho say achia na mu ye ese abebuo nyina de enu nti na ye mu bidie ye sesate bia ye beka oman Ghana mu na ya boa tete oman no ama ejina ne naso my pani owani suade hunu John Dramani mama wo say wo de enyum eba ama maburu anya bia ye na chasa Bible dwumakuo ne kra side no 25,000 enipa makomako 25,000 ye ba recruit wom akoban bo enyumakuo ni mu eno dan chenya 24-hour economy policy or de ba eye enyuma nko a ye bie amamanfo enya bia ye be create enabling environment e de ama businesses na jana na so na enumu obatumi afa mabunu bebre eno o ma ye adwuma eno ti ne ye say eye adwuma ba ko na o na so ye be kɔ ne mprensa enipa miensa ene be ye adwuma ba ko no won pewe na opede my penny John Dramani mama was say we reset Ghana bio
free technical and vocational training for young people. The time for grammar school education has passed. The time where you were judged by the long grammar you could speak has passed. We now need more technicians, more mechanics, more plumbers, more artisans. And so we're going to shift our focus from grammar school and build more technical and vocational educational schools so that our children who leave free SHS, who leave JHS and unable to continue can go and train as apprentices and be graduated with certificates. We'll provide them with startup capital to be able to start their own small businesses. We'll also use NVTI to train and test them so that they can get their certificates to enter the world of work. We have what we call the Jumara program. And this This is the entrepreneurial program. Nobody says you must finish school and become an employee. You can finish school and become an employer and employ employees. And so every year we want to target 10,000 youth entrepreneurs to set up their own businesses. We'll mentor them, we'll monitor them, we'll supervise them until they're able to stand on their own feet, and they will employ their colleagues instead of becoming employees. Business development. We exempt new and small businesses, that is small and medium enterprises, new and small businesses that are registered, and personal income tax of those businesses from the first 2 years after they are incorporated. So if you are a young person under this program and you set up your business, for 2 years you won't pay any corporate income tax. You start paying after 2 years. Because we want the business to be able to get a grounding and be able to stand on its feet before they start paying taxes.
Ena egu akwemu a NDC abanye bebe bio wamo ebe implemente ama ye nyina ye ho ato ye ti December bosime de to so enso wo to aba papa ma wo dache to aba papa ma wo enchima edi wachi eba wo next generation no to aba papa emomo na yenye wo man ne mfinipa bonefo awudifo akromfo ensem patapafo ensem atorofo ensem Dr. Bomia Alakpato yenye woman no emfiri wo nsam na ahotomra oman Ghana mu enu nti na meguso ebo nka yese se won check wudin e wabato homanimu a mesrew fa wo phone sisi a NDC womo akreti short code bi *928*124# *928*124# and I say over to me akọ www.eyesontheballot.com na wonso wako check udi ewo ho na wasen wo kokromotie ne den say December 7 wo kwa akoto aba age Ghana esi ho bio oman ne ye fa ahodi etoso mienu ye ba abeje esi ho eti ye ne sa pepepe mame na ye nko ye nim inside politics dwumadie ne ye de ebremo efi osu Abebrese street wo hwa ye ewo TV XYZ here live power 97.9 Facebook power 979 TV XYZ baby a wo hwa ye tie nka bia no ye chia wo ye da wasenso na enche bia me ne mabedofo ebehia na ye di enkomo Honorable Timothy Atabuade Abontrim wono eye kanemra shebedani ewo Busa North abato empesia so mene no ebedin komo ewo ha na fe Abubakar Siddiq Suleiman wono eka research committee ho ewo enkamantam NDC amayuko no emu womo nyina ye krado ewo ha meda me ho abasisi amohema ba akopɛ na maba amaya hye enkomo ase.
Mesi menana no aguru basa abi bro tibedo imle no na ma premaye hodo.
As for me, I take very good care of my grandkids. Ye di agro na yes
Right, Messiah Wakwaba Bio at the bar inside politics, Jubedia so our power 97.9. Yeah, live our TV XYZ. So and a stations are what do a woman ye dika subomunina. One more FB information centers are what do Raskin and a powerful. Yet, Yachamwat and Kankantafo, maybe a more be Sansona ye live on Facebook Power 979 TV XYZ Debbie I am a case and crofo ya woman ni mo amamwe akwakra mafia ne de chidifo no e ya ma target wom ama omo etie nsempa na omo hu said ye communicating so na omo du bedwo ma omo engugu omo hu anim asete said na no ko digi Dr. Bomia ekoye ye no na ye babedi enkomo no num abapa ho sema enum ewo dwumadie eso moyema ba akopɛ ekoma nyina gudie ladies dem boss beposema ena magi meja mewo mebedwafo nso ewo ha ye ne omo ebedi enkomo medinkan eka ye se honorable Timothy Atabuade waba be kamensa ewo studio ha sanso ena Abubakar Siddiq Suleiman ono so mensa aka no studio ha honorable Akwaba
mejo so
nana de kumfu yi so
na kumfu yi na ka me ba na minya cool kakra
kafa
ana hanun so aye cool nti
ya pass hyewo sa se me so menya bi nti no ya sa ka jesu sa na jeta be hard
nse wo hwempo wo se me nin kase na ye kokko kakra because of the cool and everything
what dey na serious
maybe na timi serious start to see timi serious but na me fast na me
for God and country nti wo
God and country nti mo hanmu eja man bana na mbehwe say they see eba reset Ghana following the destruction, absolute destruction of the economy on every institution now. Yankabi nasa da chi assemble maka say empo ne so ye ka ho ne yankabi nte na say me ba na me happy say na me nua no so mo na
pani a wotena fie mamo frare na nka yebu na nka refo ka ho bi ana pese me fa so na me chi ahwefo ana edwuma na
etiefo nyina
yo etiyamo akwaba Siddiq akwaba
this is that say
me ho ye pa say
you look so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, they never MPP advert.
I think they need it.
They need her for advert.
Yes. And then
Chroma ye shit. I din obi aso aye shia o aye fine fresh dey.
It's like she's in power.
Power you can imagine.
Definitely.
Enkomo say electoral commission exhibition exercise or voters exhibition exercise and some aba and this summer you could have raised some concerns ye bedi emu enkomo that's omo tire krata akra koma ama womo response ese womo ene womo behia 6th September yeba abe di ho komo na afen so abanse ohia $522 million na odiesi drought ano ekuafo nso a ya mark wo mo say muna ye de SK mamo de na chese no de yenhu ye nso mo say wo mo hia sika no say wo mo edebedi sa adwuma no ye gi akodi as usual and I say de koye adwuma eti san komo ye bedi na ma menkan for Power Specialist Herbal Hospital Emma wo na ehwo no say ya de bi to say hepatitis A B C D E ebeta wo so waje ho anya wo bo makache wo de bibiduro be hwe na hoto aba fatty liver sciatica prostate ho ensem ebia udom pe ba bi abu yesi ye kesi a enye yie ana se ulcer kompo ene fibroid nyina womo esa ebo ho na Power Specialist Herbal Hospital maami bitu se kosi adua ya wone na pamfo womo ewo nkrabata bebre Kumase Feyase Lake Bosomtwe kwan wo be womo ho Accra ha kwabenya Pokuase ACP Road Takrade Anaji Estate Oben Anaji MA Primary School wo betumi no makasa wo 0244 544 422 0244 544 422 sanso enna mekanfo amuzu garlic bitters amount edro sonko a aba na eya wonwadwuma ewo krom eno no amanfo ehwira so eti wunya no mu bia wo ka akire amuzu garlic bitters so ne moja so yi fifiri mu ema cholesterol sote na we bia na wonsa ene wo nine tai eye wo tititi sede eya wo mkasa ananse achewo no ananse nya protein wachewo edru a wo be no ye amuzu garlic bitters na twese ama eniema nyina hwehwe yie ewo nipadua ni mu ede amount na baby eto nro bia wo benya bi ewo ho wo betumi nso ene wo mo akasa ewo 0247 776 743 0247776743 na say amuzu de papa we ye ko na ye beko Safari Valley Eco Resort de bia me ka me ho na me di me nkui mo ye ma ba akopɛ se me wo hwa na me say akra say yata ha ya bre ma me mpa baby fa Safari Valley Eco Resort me koje ma ho me ewo ho environment no chale wudu ho a wankasa ebe fa wo la ho kama nkasa emua bia bo biase emra mu adoma nyina wo behu bi ewo ho ane mesi jata sebo kwakuo wan osoro ne nyina bi ewo Safari wo mo ewo dawu ewo okremansini emu wo betumi afro mo 0596 914 394 0596 914 394 na wono mo edi enkomo we de honorable meba wo so na minti we mfiri ho tiawa o say honorable EC Abe adase wudi na nkasa ye Anes EC Abe yo yesi yatai efra wo reverend na ye wawoda eti yema happy birthday na o chese kane na wo Lands Commission wo Accra ha na dwumadie wo mfa ni agrokra eti yevra EC Abe kane na wo Lands Commission ene eye wawoda happy birthday efini Abe ewo New York City na ode eba ye wo so wudi wawoda yenim yema happy birthday nyame insha na onyo kese na mema me akua kese wabutukwa nkokọ ebusia ne nyina mechia mo ene mochitai kwa man nyina modehye ba akopɛ ena mete ha a motai mechi medamase honorable yeni nkomo na yese drought esio eti yehia over $522 million na yede asano ehia say ye kukuru sika kase safi contingency fund mu edidi sa adwuma no
yo mechia a tiefo na hwefo biom on say last week Saturday ko launch your manifesto no manifesto ya friend setting Ghana for jobs, accountability and prosperity.
Yes,
a manifesto that we are all working for a better Ghana. Nti a manifesto a jinkwa manifesto. A manifesto about Ghana every or how muna ya under this government.
A ma hope.
And there is a manifesto that is easy to read. Obi abeti ma kan enye de omde brofo kese achro is easy to read.
Yeah.
It's a manifesto for the youth. It's a manifesto for all the youths who are not having jobs. It's a manifesto to reset the institutions. Institutions be brave Ghana hand under this government. Good because the government has run it down. The government has involved in corruption, mismanagement, recklessness. Inti sa wenti ne call win ba ne call launch manifesto I had to say the oyare edi drona eba jiwa won kwano na they are bro. That is the meaning of this manifesto. Every sector of the manifesto is linked to the 24 hours economy because it's going to create jobs. It is a government institution and that's a government institution it may 24 hours you'll be linked to the 24-hour economy.
Yes.
Oma monti 24-hour economy in Ghana bomb yana MP before Obia even students, my sister, students.
And crank
but I don't know what 24 hours economy is. When I went out, I was teaching. Small boy service. I'm saying. Yesterday I heard John Mama talking about 24-hour economy. What is the? And I'm explaining. All of them clapped.
Wow.
If children, SS children, Ajiatu,
yes.
That's what be also one PhD. MP before almost friend is saying 24-hour economy. I said there, I free HSA. I can say in trim. Government will invest $3 billion in ICT, $3 billion, and partner with the private sector to ensure that people would have access to ICT. 300,000 skill employment opportunities for available. 1 million coders. No women's bank, no. When the empower women's bank, no. You see, employee be you must be a woman.
Yeah.
So from the board to the executive positions, to the last, to even obia omombe prapra honmu nyina obia a woman.
Okay.
So even that alone across the country is very important. And also no, yes, one baby, 1,000. Wow, what capacity? I'll bet to imagine 1 million Ghana cedis.
Okay.
So these are the issues that people should look at. Now, MPP phone, you see, they've destroyed this country, and at all time, I am a elections. Okay, COVID scandal. Say because of COVID, they were giving money to businesses. MBSSI. And yes, I'm the Sikabe mom said a bear amount for our Majuma say as a result of COVID. No, over 500 million at the time. Say if you apply, that's when you're MPP, you're more Sikano. Sabi no over 500 million over 500 million on the year draft, on the Salmo. I want him far in the north. How many workers? Is that how the season has not yet ended? Then you want to take money from the contingency fund. One Amakacha say you were doing what we call planting for food and job. Ekosi saying. Ekosi saying. Mo ye bedane the minister for agric. Na tombo dear ewo honmo. Yes, since the Ghana became in the Ghana, even from the colonial master, we've never done that. Ekosi say ye catch a man for say look, the MPP policies are policies geared towards deception, and they are on grand deception. Tronkwan on the BBR. Tronkwan. So for me, this 500 million is for nothing. Politics a bedroom. No person mu sano. It is a parliament penano so mu year. One be two cigano and they are called Bibles. They are buying votes with the money.
Okay.
They are not going to use it for the purpose. Look, we are in this country. People are suffering from dialysis. A lot of challenges up to now. Say dialysis, I'm chat was say the last I was reading, they released just 1 million Ghana cedis. We are in this country. You cannot even pay for food suppliers to our students who are suffering. This is another way to chop government. Now, some of them buy, the only plan they have is to plunder. So we are Ghana Sika, and not just fiscal kind. They are stealing. They are also stealing our future. They are stealing our health. They are stealing our education. They are stealing our infrastructure. They are stealing our lands. They are stealing our gold. They are stealing almost everything now. Because they feel that now is the time. And so we years ago, no one see baby. I just a Ghana be ended. Into normal the we na because when you look at the resetting of the Ghana manifesto, what will be our then and Sabo Ghana Sikamu?
My God,
under this government, be prepared, and no one should run. Yeah, we promo hand over to December. Obiana na passport omontina kroma jo mama anko baby o jo mama omuso ye koroko wa anko baby o tena ha okwasa committees ano aba hanmo ha no didi ha no da ha no dware o ye bibia o hanmo he has not run away. So if your mama has stayed here, my brother, for all this while you cannot find one correction. We want them to stay for accountability.
Yes.
We want them. That's why we share manifesto. I'm saying resetting Ghana for jobs, accountability, and what prosperity. So this food crisis now, and come the 2 years. I don't come say mobile started one village, one dam. No, we told them that it won't work. It has never worked in any country across the world. It has never happened from here to China to Australia, across the world. Nowhere. We had one village, one dam. Because what you want to do is that look, there are big dams across the country. Call a front place, you can do a big dam there. If you go to somewhere around Bulsa South, Yaba Kubore, the big Fimbisi valleys, you can do one dam and best serve the whole area. Palugo dam by somewhere, $12 million. Baumia the corn, Baumia's office chopped the $12 million. Why did $12 million? And now you want to tell us I want to take so much billions into impending what you call food crisis. Now you have accepted that there's food crisis. No say Ukraine and Russia. President no sorry. Look at the iron, my sister. We say Ukraine to Ghana, Ukraine Russia to Ghana, maybe a kudru. So president no sorry call Ukraine president ro. Eko bunko to tree pan say on my atoko any grains corn. Obi okuntokwa otimi dua enya food ana wo kopa na choape. Look at the volume of trade between China and Russia. Last year was 240 billion. So how can you say that the two countries are more contact and affect the economy now in Timinyejuma? What is that? You cannot do that. So for me, I think that this is another issue to chop money. They must account for it. For me, if I have power, the members of parliament should not agree. There should have been a committee investigation into this things. Where see one artist said there's drought in the north. I come from the north. I come from Sanama, Upper East region. The rains have started coming. In Tamale rains naba. I'm on move to by for front.
Okay.
In Tifana drought, we agree that it delayed. I started to. It hasn't ended. And if it is contingency fund, wait. Because the issue is contingency. Who is here there? It's if there are food shortages, it will come somewhere in January to March or April. It won't be here. And once it is cash, you can always buy the food anytime. I didn't know so fast you get it. No, wait until the crisis. When they are coming, they begin to study everything. There would have been research, there would have been findings to show that look, between this mountain that we have to get grains and other food items ready. For me, elections are bad. And now you see, but we are normal push, normal we scan on so we be normal do dia kotrencha come is on the elections. Dormant sponsor no. Through this new minister for finance, they want to create another avenue to get money for the campaign. It has nothing to do with fruit crisis. And for me, I think that the Omachiwa Montino, we should all continue to monitor and ensure that there's no more time left with just 100 days to elections. All other expenditures that is going to win elections, because for me, I am not going to be part of this, and then I think that people in parliament should not agree to what is going to happen. This complete waste is stealing, is corruption. It's an issue that they are going to use the money for what for MPP. Saturday is Sunday. Bomia press meeting.
Last Sunday.
One quote a journalist 20,000. If you go and pay the journalist 20,000, how much more those who are there? They are looking for money for votes, and tell our people should sit up.
Honorable Timothy Atabwade and Yeten Kakane Busa North Mrashe Bejeni and South na Siddiq so ewoha me Mr. says Sikaya yesi ye hiane ya dia so drought ani planting for food and jobs not to say anye effective and for so bia maso but some say a drought a force majeure, as I say, yɛtumi yi sika wɔ contingency fund emu na yɛde sa no
ɔhema wohwɛ a mɛfa akwa yeso de akyea wahwɛfoɔ ne watiefo ɔhema sika na I think last week Saturday yɛkɔyɛ a manifesto lunch ɛwɔ Winneba. I was there. It was a great manifesto. Zena honorable kind, you know. A manifesto of Biabit Miakai. Oh, back up of JSS.
You can read.
I'm breaking it down.
Let me breaking it down. What I say. And I dare me every day. Pan say about the Zongo community, the Zongo inner city policy. No, I will share near. Me priority Hajj because every Muslim biano wants a Hajj da yakuma so. Say a person enko Hajj na enko bompire. Just this Hajj I call, you know, we paid almost 80,000 Ghana cedis, 800 million cedis. In fact, me draw article a power bound me a chow. Say on yiso on share. Say as a Muslim no on intervening na yen yiso. Nothing was done. In fact, share article now. Beneath the article, and people for a year, you know. Sometimes when I read, I feel like I ask myself, am I a Ghanaian?
Na Baumia de Uncle Castle want to Sonia Day. Anyone that did near spy, a common in
Thank you very much. So that should tell you, say, intimacy, say, John Mahama can't say. In fact, it's a policy, or say, or no bar, he'll make sure, say, hard, you know, every day, you better so. And also, can I say, obe CTV schools within the Zongo communities, obe 3 senior high school, 1 north. One or middle belt, anyone to Elsa. These are things I'm sure Zongo for my Makwan, my Baumia, and DCV.
And Adam.
Because since he became a vice president, one year be to help the Zongo community. Not at all. Because the basic air Hajj.
Okay.
John Mahama Efisino, now had 15,000 cedis. 2016 year. Now see I not could do 80,000 Ghana cedis. Oh sure.
Ebi wo.
So yen share sadia no na yen to abano majority Emma Hoya John Dramani Mahama. Apart from that, coming back to our topic for the day.
Yeah.
$500 million now. On open. We create, loot and share. They have created it. They want to loot and then share to win elections, you know. I better see young parliamentarians because I know Parliament must approve of it. Young parliamentarians, you know. Look, if you are a patriotic citizen of Ghana, who do Ghana, who say we a daylight robbery? A daylight robbery.
Boy, a chrono.
This has nothing to do with any emergency.
I don't go akase. Omo ebehwe se aban no sika wedding kan age covid ne de ka onya obu hu akonta no
wie thank you and I agree with that. So here look elections na ekoi and they know very well this is ohima me ba o chedom say ohima minim say we didi now what onim say we didi just like Baumia say agric sector we have performed well say sector we have performed well and the people you are talking to they know very well so you have not performed. Planting for food and job. I could see saying one village, one down. I could see saying this exposes them. It exposes them. Actually, say in fact, one village, one down. No, it was a deceptive policy. Planting for food and job, it's a failure. So now, no more will say in those lands, you know, in those 8 regions, you know, they are losing massively there. So for them to win those areas, you know, I bet they number bribe woman any ski, but it will not work.
Yeah,
because that farmer now will bread for 8 years. And Tinasi say, well, man, 200 Ghana cedis and 300 Ghana cedis don't talk about now. So I said, it will never work. Usha NDC manifesto now, resetting Ghana. It touches every sector of the economy.
Yeah.
It's like an antidote to a sickness. So, say, who manifesto not so already? Why will you go in for this deceptive people called MPP? Look, Baumia and any allies, you know, let me say the MPP government, the failed driver and the failed mate, you know, they know very well they are winning, they are losing these elections.
Yeah.
and the NDC, we know we are winning these elections hands down. So, farmers, catch them. If they have their way to get the money, now someone discard the bar. Say, discard, then vote against them. Say about power, you better make sure say Saskano, you better investigate. What do you want? If you bang, farmer bang, ekes ahin on war. I didn't know man says we are going to make sure we investigate. Saskano, it's just loot and share.
Omaka kadrin abomo say yenye na yenni.
Yes,
that's common sense. HO says so also we are planted for food and jobs, sir. Sanya may I work fertilizer.
It should tell you sir, we should have excess food. Yes. Sisiano, Mr. Brian can say, talk, your friend is saying fertilizer. So planting for food and job, no. So what happened? So Osha is like the things Ghanaians are living in the 92s. And yes, sir. Now every home, a fibia, a wobia, only my dear, Koso. This money, I will plead with our parliamentarians, even including MPP parliamentarians. It's not about you winning elections alone. It's about you being patriotic to your country. And yes, I'm winning elections. So winning elections, that's all continue. Now one to me, promise government for a promise here and for filia. You should know, say, who how crop for.
Now when you cry almost to me who the number of farmers.
That's what I'm asking. How many farmers? No. How many acres of land? So how did they come about with the $540 million?
And no, a question.
How? By what data? How many acres? Farmers no. Which reason?
What
so based on the acres, fertilizer say now here, and I say sky say now here. You have not told us anything. And now we can say you just want $540 million because you think you have the capacity to what? To coerce your parliamentarians. Don't call approve Saskano. Me, I'll call on all parliamentarians from the committee level to MPP parliamentarians say they shouldn't agree to this theft. Because no matter what, the NDC is coming. John Dramani Mahama is coming. And the land grabbing, no more grabbing, they will account for it. Every single thing they have done, they will account for it. So for me, parliamentarians should be patriotic enough. I can't 100 days for elections. Be patriotic enough to go against this thing, this decision. For people like Brian, any finance minister, I mean Adam, they are the equivalent of power. And majority of the money may go to them. If what we are saying, so they don't have any problem. But the fact of the matter is that who as an MP representing the people, men penny, nine yuzu, and via those poor farmers, I believe, say, we have done it. Recently there was rain. In fact, all that areas, Boku areas, in Suwa last week. So what emergency? So contingency fund, it's a fund created to solve emergency situations. When you emergency, marketer, you get something to buy.
Thank
you very much. Okay, now let's go to the voter regional. Why didn't you take a contingency plan to what? To solve that problem. Give it to the farmers who lost their land. That's a more contingency. It's not their interest. They are looking at Osha 8 regions now. Thank you. Osha 8 regions now. Their regions are assume you say well, look, you have lost those regions already. You have lost those regions already. But look, a lot of people
because they share regions now. Kana Bono East, Oti, Northern Region, Northeast, Savannah, Upper East, Upper West.
These are regions they want to win by hook or crook. So look, I am just telling them, people of these 8 regions, say on this bar, take the money, chop and vote against them. Say Yansuba, we will investigate them. They should tell us how they share the money, what criteria, and we use this Eddie shares. This is just to
the oral Juma.
Oral is going to work, and we say oral no I am there because of where I'm coming from.
Okay.
Me ma me and Cranny, I'm a gun.
Okay.
And see, yeah, land now. I'm gonna grab no. Look, the guard lands, and we are coming. Those lands, we are going to take those lands from them. No matter what you have built on it, we are sending a signal to them.
Okay.
We will take those lands. Because look, you can't say if you say sir, as I say no, Rollins as Emreno Ewoho. Okay. Kufu Emreno Ewoho. Mills Emreno Ewoho. Why is it that Jomahama Emreno Ewoho? Why is it that this time Akufu Addo? Is it because of a Japan dear, whatever document, you know about and say they want to hold the heart of Ghana, take our lands from us. We are not going to accept this. Kukuru Abransu 200 Siso. We will make sure we break it down. If you so one acquired legally, we will make sure we break it down. Because you see how here it's like omudi nkranfo omudi enim de twitwi form. Yeah, boo naka say mensu. Look at the lands they have grabbed. And this our policy, all guns should consider that policy and vote for JM.
Operation recover
all lands. Apart from that, one of the policies I am there, fertility, when initiative 500 for children. Fertility is massive. Sometimes because of Nema AD and a member, so sometimes you need some extra medication to be able as a man to empower your sperms and our bound so maybe I will hormones to correct some hormones. Look, the manifesto is a people's manifesto. Look, it's a people's manifesto. Or can fertility assembly or see fertility center every region. So who Ashanti region now who share fertility no. All these private fertility centers, they are expensive. So a government fertility center will be much more cheaper. So if you are in Ashanti region, if you are in the Eastern region, wherever region you are in, you can walk in.
Yeah.
Because Ghana, we need the population to grow. Though we know that the more population, you should have good leaders to plan ahead. And all these things are with John Mahama as a leader. In fact, why be paying? Okay. And I believe giving the nod again, obey more. I'm a minu nyina.
Ghana be fan into my paper. Yeah, that's a pa.
When him, I for Brian a champion, eh? Unse maybe or cast about 2-3 weeks ago, say they won't hand over, blah blah. Now, you see that type of talk now, is for cowards.
Okay.
First of all, among Fonte, he's doing that to use it to be popular among the MPP foot soldiers.
Okay.
Said about 2028. No, I can say, oh, branch and put the near dimpa.
Say, I didn't kasa. So, and any that's will be anywhere. Ain't my main
can first of all, they are action and say hotels and everything. The second thing is that he's saying that he's preparing the grounds to contest for 2028 and now for the MPP. No, they are flag bearer. Into no person or kakasa. The MPP foot soldiers. Some because a Brian champion is hard. Or no, they make Jinani NDC. Do you understand? So those utterances are being made in preparation for their 2029 flag bearer. That is it. And you reason, yeah.
Either he's making those utterances in preparation, or maybe it's an inquiry. Yeah. We are ready for them.
No. That is for his party. For his party.
For fun.
If he is preparing the grounds, you know the party foot soldiers and the whole said that you will be on the near day. But that's why I'm sending the warning. That warning, he should be talking to the MPP people.
Yeah,
people should not take this country for granted.
At all.
Even schools are one. Your wife now, and the wifey for about 2 months now is not working.
Yes.
No, any secondary school in Ghana there's a wifey. The wife, no wife is working in any school. And you are taking this money, and your children are there. They are not having textbooks. They are not having what to train. The future of this country rests with the youth. The future of this country rests with our children we are training in school. Rests with your teaching population. What quality type of a year more than teachers na some bachelor. So person physical way na mo fan ko tua na vote mamo, then you come back and sit and continue to steal and continue to loot the country, your friends and family, the state capture president Nebano Jankuma no and no boyfriends are from Nigeria. They'll give them contracts. Now they are more year no po krom hano. The time has come. Everything must come to an end on the December 7th. Into President John Dramani Mahama said, we are not going to sleep. We are going to be there for 48 hours until the results are announced. Ma obia mani yemu nshino. No one can do anything to anyone in this country. The country belongs to all of us, and we shall fight to protect the destiny of this country. No one will run away. They who have looted will rather run away and leave the country.
Honorable Medase. 84 any atwafo mewa ewra no mienu e wo fie ha yeguso ayedi enkomo kane busa south busa north mrashe bedwen ya de krada apaka die akama no busa timoti atabwade oye kane busa north mrashe bedwen ena Abubakar Sadiq Suleiman and also ewo NDC Amayokon Kamantemo research team no oka ho bi na menu omo edi enkomo oka asembi ose yenuane mozemifo aban papa beba ye NDC aban no matumi akọ ye meka ye nokre nebo ewo fom ye nokre say na watwe ye mu mehia menyonku bi ono ye NPP ni na ose na bomobu Etesi ade oba NDC no ye mozemini o say metwa ma NDC sebe ya metimi akọ haji ni bi and am say na yire ho na to wonu fiefo nyina monto etimi ke ono a onimu ne ho monto ne duduo mu sebe ya haji no betumi akọ bi wine na make am for Moses Clinic and Herbal Center e de ama wo baby ba ko pa wo ba ko akọhwe wo prostate mema mo prostate no ehia me pa o eti eya amon hwehwe mu say wotan ho ema bibi ba betem eye cancers ye yefi ho wo be ma no wo de bedron so keke mesel mempese bedu sam pempezo nti kone ko cheke bibi aye okay a woni problem se bibi ayi ne ho adi wo prostate ni mu a ye be hwe ne ya bre na se anase ye tuase ama sexual weakness e ma ne mema mu nyina ye hwe wo Moses Clinic and Herbal Center typhoid ne sciatica hypertension ne nyina womo eye ho adwuma na wode aduro bia ba Moses garlic capsules cinnamon ebom emamode de afusa ne yie ne padua ne ye adwuma yie eso ne fiso fi ne padua no emu no mu bi wodu Moses akachia wo benya dre bi atom na ojojo mo a owo adenta barrier wone police station ne de enhwani mo na ASL building emu wo Ghana Highway Authority or ho that's na aje kojo on school for the deaf edi enhwani mu kumase ahenema kokobe enim medi Moses enin komo e wo 0244068447 0244068447 na ya papa ba kope ebusia penny ne yetide fe no ya papa CC Council or say or should medie panti ebusia ye too much baby I will be a yet ya why say wo fitina no winiba ena ye ka asem yi say yenyan ehu anamo a wotunte say wo me ye feel what I say ebusia papa ya can say no say obeye na honorable yet what young common eso electoral commission wo bie wo mo enhoma muto ho se yen check yedin ese yedi wabato enhoma mu ana no benaden no mo de ba wiye issues bebre eyiniti ewo mu asem na no ayeden stakeholders e ba na bato mo nsem a wo mu enyina bi ka se electoral commission mo anya adwuma pa NDC say wo mu demand say on electoral commission e be hia na wo mo assort those issues out wo ma mo date 6 September. What do we need edi sa voter exhibition exercise nechi? Woman say electoral commission one more boy juma and I say one more ya about 170 assumed you meme.
Yo, electoral commission will share a juma na moyana. It means they are in link with the MPP to rig the elections.
Oh.
No turning back. The MPP's conduct, the electoral commission. the electoral commission. And your monk be electoral commission
okay.
Since Afarijan's time, we know how elections are conducted. And especially an easier, the MPP card bearing members are we don't trust them to start with. We don't trust the electoral commission. We put every pressure on the electoral commission to do well. Okay. We would ensure they do forensic audit of the electoral roll, the electoral register, to ensure that double names, people, register, they remove them. In fact, voting is what we call an inalienable right, a right, a matter of choice, and choice is in your blood. No one can take it away except they kill you. So as a result, every able-bodied register, he's not disqualified by the constitution or otherwise, has the right to vote. You cannot deny the fellow. Voters almost transfer a man for D from northern region to upper west region. How do you expect the people without notice? Say voting day, no within. I believe that probably through their IC director and the electoral commission and the MPP secretariat, and when the number of votes are manipulated so that it can drop the margin we are going to give them. But you see, we have there's no amount of manipulation that can stop the will of God. Okay. God is the ultimate. Look at what they did. Even in Kumasi, they voted over 100%. You remember? They voted over 100%. But Mills won. They did everything, stock and pile. Yes, I could pay on him for time. Mills still won. These elections are for the people of this country. It's not for NDC. This election is for the people of this country to gain once again independence and freedom. From pressure, from corruption, from arrogance, from impunity, from from the state capture, the looting of the Gardangbe land. These elections will bring an end to everything, and we are going to reset this country into its proper context. Look, people are going to get some relief. I have to say there's pressure on you. The day of the voting, no one can stop anyone. And let the electoral commission and MPP be told that we are not going to sit down that every year when they do elections they steal and steal. This one, our eyes are open. We are one electoral commission. We are also calling on civil society organizations, the churches, and the traditional council, all other political parties, and NDC Assembly, the chiefs, the youth organizations, to pour on the street when there's necessary. The market women, by elections, so the can say electoral commission must set up, they must open themselves and be transparent. And some here transparent because it's a national security document. It's not for anyone. Dear Nkwana under G Mensa all the time. Is there a BVD Ayira? And now these are national security documents. They be a samo honomo. And then you see, once beaten trash brofun yet to Chrome High elections the electoral commission announced the results 6 good times, not 5, not 4, not 3, not 2, 6 times. You think that if I do that to you and I'm going to a battle with you, I'll sleep? No. I am going to ensure that the processes leading to that are correct. We are not bothered. The MPP can come, but we are calling on Parliament. Parliament has the power to call G Mensa and the workers of the electoral commission for questioning, for investigations, because it's for the people. You get it? And the power of the people, as saying constitution, the constitution is the supreme law, but the power when you bought them or Chrome constitution way. Constitution it happened in a country, a British country, my friend, Sri Lanka. It happened. It's happened in Bangladesh. It's happening in other countries across the globe. The Arab Spring. You name them. The Kenyan issue. You name them. You know, this friends and family. I say government. I say democracy. No name. Yeah, midway chat to us. I've been monitoring President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. Okay. He will be someone I prefer say country and tojam rather than hand over to President John Dramani Mahama. Anka so be hand over ma any of us. Hano. Be John Dramani Mahama nko ade no. Anka ye papa do for the dear no be hand over hano. If it is any other fellow, it won't be. But because he's handing over back to John Dramani Mahama no, or anka no kwa. Anka 7th December anka coup d'etat upon siwo krom ha anka coup d'etat say anka yenye demonstration that to destroy. In fact, I've been monitoring his body language, his attitude. President Ben what the world, then you say that I will do everything. You are the commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. All the state resources issue same. Now so be my year. No Hanover ma bomb ya. Now bomb ya now to no person Hanover power man. One can say was on pepper. So forces all the power man. Ni pass on pepper. O campaign na o ko di agro. O ko ye jokes no asa ba. O ko na ko ka o say asem ni na asa me kana na die no ho an me ka chena bi.
Meda se honorable. Na said you can say the voice of the people no the voice of God no. Sa pepepe afi Ghana for you see a change. It change na na be happen. Sa se Nyankopon so ma ye change. Sidik. Electoral commission. One more ebra ya, one more bono, one more eyobie. Na eno dan chen so a enhwehwe mu no ye mu say wo ebre bia emra mu ye si ho ese abato enhoma no register no ye behwehwem na ye yi bone bia ewo mu afiri ho eno wo ho de ade na NDC mano demu amo keka mu si.
Okay, Ohima, to just add on to what my big brother said and to buttress his point, yentinasi ma samre no ndu.
Okay.
It has to do with time. Yentinasi ma Usha Electoral Commission, they have adopted a strategy. They bring things late so that when to win Kasa, over Kasa no more then now I do elections. Usha Eagle Eye or Manebo Ama and director, any other executives. Easy no so no. That is exposing them. The constituency, I also know. Yeah, who say in Crawford 2000 has been transferred. They have not. Omuko transfer you. Omudi enim. Ejumako eyem. Your friend say constituency no. You said say parliamentary candidate no. Press conference. And also say in Crawford 3078. Any your friend say register no. So Usha. Senami Braka no. The EC no. They are doing everything possible. It's like they are being remote control from the Flagstaff House. Yes, say, men, yes, say, yes, say, men, yes, say. But we are not going to allow them.
Okay.
And see, whatever they will do, it will be exposed. Now we're no pre. But it will not help them.
Okay.
The NDC, branch executives, constituency executives, ward executives, every PC. That is why to resolve all these issues, I always call for unity amongst the NDC members in every constituency. Because with unity, we'll be able to fight the NPP.
Okay.
The NPP, Nana Akufo-Addo, can say he would love to hand over power to Bawumia. A failed mate. A failed mate. An experienced driver. Ohima, say what driver? Or do car pim.
Yeah.
Now what there was a previous driver car no clean. But there was a day one by in term and the next driver no odimano no was second na osi okay driver ma pamo ko na me na apply for job and an experienced driver no also apply one of them
they are experienced.
Thank you very much. So John Mahama is more qualified. So you see, and they know very well say his coming will expose a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because of the way he handed over. You can't say we lose. He organized the party and I'll hand it over. And he stayed in the country.
So none of them should travel. They should also
see, they bury
I don't say every constituency Ghana every NDC member belong to.
Okay.
We'll make sure say you come together. The PC, the MPs, let's come together and make sure say we win these elections.
Okay.
And also the day of elections, say declare MP. Men say, hey, don't go jubilating.
Okay.
Make sure say the presidential no will be declared well before you leave the polling station and wherever. So my council no, my constituency I was on off. Sunday we walk.
Okay.
I will encourage everyone to come out. Now you're supporting MP because it's we operation win all branches in Ayawaso North.
Okay.
Ayawaso North will not go to the NPP. Ayawaso North will still be for NDC, and we are going to maximize the MP's votes and John Mahani Mahama's votes.
Very well.
That's it.
It was say Ayawaso North.
Ayawaso North.
That be
Sunday. 7:00 a.m.
Okay. Walk some pan. Yo until be an funny home and shomo ebi. Medasepan. Eti way a Sadiq Muhammad.
Abubakar Suleiman.
Abubakar, Abubakar Sadiq.
And Muhammad be from
me who message be behind. Okay. Oka research team who Greater Accra NDC region no emu and I attend ka honorable Atabwade. One also kane busa of Rashebedweni and I want to say on ye din komo Timothy I ekanidi ho yede ensem ni nyina si na ade we de mesem Peter mame enyi answer mesem ora anes EC abe wo birthday and yes wutie power pan na kane na wo lands commission we efri ni abe ewo New York City and your birthday happy birthday yede ensem na si anti bi mama one tetegu mechia baby awo bia Kevin Asante King Nicholas Yosin womubo mechi dom Elizabeth Tego so Elizabeth wosiesie me ema me ho eye Francis ne Kofi the boy na fe Elvis womu nyina butu ha Peter Ralph medam nyina ase na inside politics dwumade ye de asidia na ye de kase bono nsia de na ebremo mo chese me metina ase ene mudi dwumai eye me mo hima ba akopa bipose ma kwa manya gude ladies them boys yadam nyina ase ama monity ene hwe kase bo eto amoso